Hey guys! Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another episode of my No-Clip series, where we no-clip inside and outside of stadiums in Madden 25, and we take a look at all the little details that EA Sports adds to the game that we honestly can't see because we have to go inside the locker room, and that's kind of a situation you can't do on normal Madden. I did get some questions. I am doing this on PC, by the way, so this is not on console. And this is also a mod I created myself. I haven't posted it anywhere, so just a mod I created for myself. So if you're wondering how I do this, this is a thing I created. Nonetheless, though, let's start off with the Minnesota Vikings Stadium. Is this not creepy as all get out in this locker room? I didn't realize how creepy the locker room was. And then this is just open to nothingness. This is just open to nothingness. The first locker room so far that does not have a wall at the end, and you just fall into the void of light. And apparently that's what they do, I guess. Isn't there a thing as a Viking funeral where they like put a ship, they light it on fire, and they push it out in the sea? Maybe that's what the Viking funeral is. You know, if a player gets hurt, they're just like, "Aight, yeet!" right outside there. We have Delta Sky 360-degree club turf suites 1-23 up top. Okay, we got Minnesota Vikings team locker room. So actually the first one, we actually have like a team locker room thing here, which is dope. Because again, like I said, you can't see it from here. This is all you can see as like a Madden player, right? So you can't see anything more. You can't see any of this stuff written on the sides. You can't see that. Especially not back here. You can't see anything back here. That's why I always find it amazing how EA puts so much detail in these, like, inside the locker room all the way here because of the fact that it's so far. Like, you can't see any of it. So any detail they put here is just extra work for really no reason. We have field access right there, which actually should be field access. We also do have the same thing we have on the other locker room right here. Going in here, we don't have a void to nothingness, thankfully, so it looks like the Viking funeral is only for the, I guess this is the away side, and then that's the home side. So the home side has a Viking funeral access point, or I guess non-access point? I guess it would be the non-access point, because, you know, if you go through there, you're not coming back. Got a little escalator over here, which is really dope. What else we got over here? Let's see. We got little venues. Now, sadly, with these venues, it doesn't look like they have like the signs on the top. We have US Bank Stadium, which is kind of weird because you can see these little snack vendors, and they are 3D, which is kind of dope. But you would expect them to have like the little signs on top of like the munchies or the burgers or whatever, you know, something that we see with a bunch of other stadiums. But sadly, that simply is not the case, it looks like. So they're here. You just, Menshun, whatever, the tire place. You have the advertisements, self-storage, but it's weird. They don't actually have like the logos like they normally do of the different places you can eat and stuff. So, kind of weird, but okay. We have our little suites over here, which of course lets you be able to sit down, eat, and watch the game, even though it's really hard to over there. Over here, we have our little TVs, and we have like a little actual lounge area. This goes to nothingness. The nothingness it is, bro. Anyway, so pretty cool, pretty dope. All right, so I think on the other side, by the way, there is nothing. I think that is it inside of this area. For mostly the stadium, I would say. Because, yes, we had the little suites over here. But, again, it's very much the same as before. We have little suites up here. If we go a little bit higher up, I think we're going to, kind of run into the same situation across the board. So, now we get to do the fun part. Which is go outside the stadium. And the elevation is kind of weird. Kind of like SoFi, where it's going to be harder to see like a more generalized look at the stadium as much. But Minnesota Vikings Stadium, I think this is called like the bird killing stadium because a lot of birds like think that they can go through the glass and they run into the glass and die. It's kind of a really sad thing, but also just a fact of life, I guess, for the stadium. Yeah. people got really upset when they first built this. I think there was a lot of activists that were like really upset about it, which I get it. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you know, it's a stadium for a reason. They want to make it as beautiful as possible, and they really like all the glass that is outside this stadium. Just makes it look even better. But okay, so we got our cars parking lot as always, and do we have custom license plates? We do. I don't know why. I just love the fact that they added custom license plates. In Madden 24, we didn't have custom license plates. In Madden 25, custom license plates. Why? Because logic, I guess. I don't know. They just wanted to add custom license plates because they probably thought, you know what, it looks good. And you know, if we're not going to fix gameplay, we might as well fix something. Oh, I love EA, man. I don't, but, you know. I got Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to go underground here for this look, just to kind of take a look at this. I love seeing it from this angle because you can see how much, like, in the ground this stadium actually is, which just looks so weird to me, but at the same time, dope. Alright, so outside the stadium, we have a railroad system. We also have this little walkway all the way to this building over here. Nice, nice. We have a little walkway for fans to go over here, and weird Rome-type design that is not finished. Okay. We have the Vikings little boat right here, which is cool. Going down this road, there's a lot to look at, it looks like. Not the biggest map out there, but definitely still a very interesting map with how much detail there are. So we have like a downtown city right here, some actual like suburban neighborhoods. Maybe not outskirts of the city, I would guess. And then we have the actual city, which is skyscrapers, apartment buildings, all that kind of good stuff. Let's go down here, and this is like, okay. So now we're getting into nothing but farmland, I guess. A lot of farmland. It's like you go from the city, and then you drive a tad bit, a couple blocks down the road, and then it's just farmland. All right. Let's go over here to the left-hand side. And we got, again, like I said, more just city stuff. City stuff, okay. Go to the left-hand side here. I mean, stadium's all the way over there. So it's not the smallest map. Again, SoFi is probably the smallest map. But it's definitely not as big as the MetLife Stadium. The MetLife Stadium was stupidly big for no reason. I don't know why that was so humongous for no reason. But here we have the actual city. So over there, I guess we do have the suburbs, just kind of apartment buildings. Over here, we have the actual full-on city, which is a lot of buildings. And that actually goes for a little bit of distance, which is cool. Let's go ahead and go over here. Again, more and more just parts of the city. We have the gigantic skyscrapers, which, again, kind of love when they do this because a lot of this stuff you can't see too much from the actual inside the stadium. But it's nice to know that they actually put time and effort into something into Madden 25, and that is we worked outside the map. That doesn't really impact anything. Like right here. You can't even, there's no way you can see anything over here because all the other buildings block it. But just know, when you complain about gameplay, there's a reason why gameplay sucks. And it's because the fact of this. The developers have to have the time to do something, guys. Come on now. The developers have to spend the time doing something, you know? And from the actual stadium, you can see a little bit of it. You can see a little bit of the towns and buildings out here. But you can't see any of all this stuff. All this stuff right here that you can't see from the stadium, just sweet on EA Sports putting time and effort into nothing. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.